be able to stay?
Yes.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
All right, Sistas fans. Now, this video here, come on now. Y'all know I had to do it. I know it's only like a 2-second segment of the actual season 3 part 2 trailer, but it has sent people in a frenzy. And I made fun of it last night with 2 quick videos, one Usher related and the other with The Office. But in any case, before moving forward, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let's try to get this video to 200 likes. Hit subscribe. You know, I'm trying to hit 200,000 subscribers before the end of 2021. If you don't want to miss out on content, and I don't know why you would, seriously, make sure you keep up with my updates, uploads, live streams by hitting the bell notification icon and selecting all. And finally, follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Is Karen going to tell Zach that she's pregnant? Now, I know, all she said was, you know, you hear what I said? And then Zach's like, yes. But you could tell by the acting in the scene, the body language and whatnot, it's something very serious / upsetting. Honestly, it could be one of 2 things, though. It could be Karen saying that she's pregnant, or it could be her telling Zach that Aaron asked her to marry him. Now, to be honest, I get it. I know that a lot of fans don't want the pregnancy route because the fact that would really screw up the Zatima endgame everybody wants. But on the flip side, I know that Karen and Zach have love for each other. And I know that Zach said he's going to pursue Fatima. But I don't really think hearing about a proposal would get that sort of reaction out of Zach, especially since, like I said just a few seconds ago, he got love for Karen, but he's not in love with Karen. If this was, let's say, early season 2 Zach, you know, when he burst into the hotel room to break up the romantic evening between Aaron and Karen, and then when he was in jail, let's say Karen stopped by, or Officer Rhea, and it's like, yeah, I heard your girl Karen's getting married. That Zach, I would believe, would, you know, break down the way he is, well, the way he's sort of breaking down here. This definitely feels like I know we both said we're done with the romantic stuff. We're both moving on to different things. But here's something that's really going to mess up both of our lives right now. In terms of a life that's no longer attached to one another. And that's a baby. I really do think that Karen saying that she's pregnant, because think of it this way. Zach is in person at the salon. This is clearly not something that can be discussed over the phone. Like, it had to be done in person. If she is pregnant, because some people have pointed out, Jeremy, I went back to rewatch the scene between Aaron and Karen at the hotel at the beginning of season 2. It looked like he was going down on her, you know, tending to her WAP with his face as opposed to being in her. So there's that. Not to mention they did have sex recently, but I'm not an expert in this. I don't know how long it takes for somebody to know if they're pregnant or not. So the argument could be made that it's Aaron's, but I think that Karen might jump the gun, so to speak, you know, looking at calendar dates and whatnot. So there could be, I would hope that before she tells Zach she's pregnant, that she would look at calendar dates and whatnot, as opposed to how she handled the credit card situation, where she saw Zach's name, but Sabrina's like, hey, this doesn't sound like something he would do. Let me check with some of my people over at the other bank. They'll run the numbers, look at stuff and see if it was really him. But she got in her feelings and opted to just go ahead and have Zach arrested. So I really hope before putting handcuffs on him and, pretty much putting a screeching halt, if not cancellation, to his budding romance with Fatima, that she would make sure that just because I'm pregnant, I shouldn't assume it's Zach's. So I honestly think that a pregnancy, whoo boy, that will put a major damper on things. I mean, it's just like the Bobby Brown story. Like when Whitney and Bobby were on a break, he ended up hooking up again with one of his baby mamas. And then when he proposed to Whitney and they were engaged, turns out that she was pregnant with Bobby's baby, but then Bobby found out the same baby mama he hooked up with is pregnant as well, causing a rift between them for a time. I don't know if Fatima's going to be cool with this. Let's say if it turns out Karen's pregnant, let's say it is Zach's for the sake of simplicity. Part of me feels that Fatima will probably think of this as either a sign or she'll opt to not be with Zach. Because think of it this way, and I'm only basing this off of the Fatima we've seen so far. It kind of reminds me of Janae and Derwin, having Derwin Jr. on the game, and Melanie always felt like, option 2. Even after her and Derwin got married, she always felt like she would never have all of Derwin, because at the end of the day, he would always have a connection to Janae via their son. And you know how Fatima feels about Zach. I mean, she straight up asked, what is it about me that makes me different from other women, specifically Karen? And then we know that she's always wary of being fully invested in Zach emotionally because of the 3-year relationship with Karen and the fact that they just had sex recently. So I don't think Fatima would want to be with Zach if he has a kid with his long-term ex, as well as the best friend of Andy and part of the Sistas group. I just don't think it's going to work. Sure, if things keep up, Zach will obviously be able to do things financially and whatnot, but I just feel like things will be very, very awkward, because I just don't think it would work. I mean, even more awkward is if it turns out the baby comes out super light like Aaron, and it's like, oh shit, it's actually Aaron's baby. There's a Tyler Perry twist. But let me just put it this way. I'm going to end the video with this. If it turns out Karen is pregnant, for the love of God, Tyler Perry, make sure we wrap up the storyline. Don't have the show on for like 10 years and Karen never starts showing. She never has the baby. Or if she has the baby, it isn't at the last minute and then we don't find out who the baby daddy is. Just please don't go the "if loving you is wrong" route. And just please don't say that she's pregnant or something and then it doesn't mean anything because either the show ends or she gets killed off. Kind of like Candace and the haves and the have-nots. So I just think that the reason Karen calls Zach over to the salon is because she's pregnant. Now, I don't want to say mood swings are apparent because we never know Karen's demeanor because it always switches up. So I'm not going to say like, whoa, she tells Zach she's pregnant, then that explains why she did this, and no, she's always that way. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember, don't tell me what you want to happen. Think about it from the perspective of, yeah, it seems rather likely Karen is telling Zach she's pregnant. And what do you think the end result or the outcome of that will be? Let's take it another route. Do you think she would get an abortion? You never know. I'm just saying, it's just one of those things where I mean, this could be a different twist in acrimony because if I remember correctly, Melinda couldn't have children because of what was it? She got into that car accident when she drove her car into her boyfriend at the time's trailer or whatever. So who knows? So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. As always, if you want to donate, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I will talk to you all in the next video.